Ring boxes. Comment room, please don't kick me out. The sewing patterns. Theater galleries. I don't like to beat myself up over it anymore. I'm so grateful, but also I'm like secreting. I don't know. I did it! I'm trying so hard not to crash out right now. I have something for myself. I'm showing you my entire life. Hey! Okay, so it's now Tuesday. I finished the purple dress from the old collection yesterday. Well, almost finished. The seams at least. There's a lot of seams, and they're French seams. And then I went to a cafe with my friend where I finally did my common room restock forms. I sat down and I read the guidelines. Finally, common room, please don't kick me out. It's just been a crazy first quarter, but I love common room. I'm gonna do better from now on, I promise. Okay, so that's what I did yesterday for the most part. And then today, my partner and I are gonna play a sport that I don't wanna name because I'm kind of embarrassed about it. And I bought these, like, they're basically mesh laundry bags, so that you can put your delicate stuff in here. Actually, this is really small. I'm glad I didn't get a lot. Yeah, I did get a lot, but not a lot. I got 10, I think. Yeah, you basically put your delicates in here so that you don't have to do like a whole cycle of just one item, which is really wasteful. You can do multiple, but they're separated in the wash so that they don't get damaged, because a lot of my clothing designs are pretty delicate. The seams are out, which I used fabrics that don't really fray a lot, but it's better to be safe. So I figured I would just include it in the price of the product instead of suggesting that they buy it and then just provide it in the package when they receive it. I would love to be able to have custom ones in the future, like maybe have my tag. Actually, maybe I can sew my tag in these anyway. Seam rip a little bit, and then actually I think these are really easy to make. But yeah, I would love to have custom colored ones of these, or maybe even printed, but that's very far in the future. But maybe in the near future have a red one, maroon one with like my tag on it. Yeah, I think that would just be really nice to include in the package so that they're branded. But for now, these will do. They're just laundry bags. And let's test them out. This is my bag of laundry from the shoot, which I still haven't done. So let's see if this will fit. This is the Vein Heart skirt. This is definitely gonna fit in here, so that's fine. Yeah. And yeah, you just go like that. If it were me personally, I think if I didn't know about this type of thing, I think especially with the Laura stuff, which have the slashing, I wouldn't feel like I could buy these without it being like super high maintenance. Just put it in here so that the other things in the washing machine don't snag on each other, like the other pieces, but they can all be washed at the same time. Okay, I'm rambling so much, I'm gonna have to edit so much. Okay, so here are the sewing patterns. They're kind of a mess. And then I just have my cutting mat here. And I guess this is going to be a little how I take photos for digitizing patterns, I guess. So I have a cutting mat here. Then I have the patterns. I usually sort my patterns like this, and then I put them up on my grid wall so that they're easy to access. But the reason I digitize patterns is because, let me get my phone for taking proofs. I just use my phone, and the reason why I digitize the patterns is because they're easier to grade this way. So I will usually make the sample in a medium, except I think I'm pretty sure this one I made in a small. We were running out of time and the model was a size small, so I just made it already in her size. But ideally, I'll make my patterns a medium or a large so that it's in the middle of the sizes, and that way there's less of a margin for error when you're grading. You can like grade up and down pretty easily. So yeah, you just want to make sure that they're super flat on there. I might even tape it because there's kind of a lot of like folding and you want it to be really, really flat. Different angle now. So yeah, I'm just taping it down some parts because it got pretty beat up, and I'm using clear tape because I'm gonna need to be able to see these lines when I digitize them, so I can't be covering them up with masking tape and stuff, even though masking tape would be better because it won't rip, but I just won't rip it. This thing is covered in tape anyway. I'm just not gonna rip the tape. I'm just gonna keep the tape on, and what was I talking about? I'm just gonna keep the tape on and just fold it. I won't actually be using these patterns anymore since I'll be digitizing them, which will be neater. So I'm just gonna save these, put them in my pattern binder, but then the ones that I'm actually gonna use for construction from now on will be the digitized versions. And then I just use my phone. It's Wednesday now, and so yesterday, well, you know what I did yesterday because you just watched it. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do today. Today I'm gonna go with my brother and my nieces to do another sport that I'm not gonna tell you about, not because I'm embarrassed about it, because I actually think it's a super cool sport. But I feel like if I tell you about it, I might end up wanting to show you or feeling the need to show you. And I kind of just want to keep these like little hobbies to myself. You know, have something for myself. I'm showing you my entire life as an artist. Well, maybe one day I'll show you because it just, I guess it makes the vlog more holistic. You actually see the things I'm doing, but yeah, I don't know. I want to have some things for myself that, you know, the internet doesn't have to know everything that I do in my life. Anyway, so before we go and do that, we're gonna leave at around 12 and maybe do that for like 2 hours, then I'll come back and work again. But I'm gonna revise the Carmilla pattern that which is this one on the screen right now, that I digitized yesterday at the cafe, or it was not a cafe, it was chat time. I'm gonna revise it because there are just a few like tweaks that I want to make to the pattern. Nothing crazy, just little things. And then digitize the rest of Carmilla's patterns. Then when I get home later, I'm gonna really make my concrete booth plan already for my revamp. I'm gonna make a mood board. I'm gonna make a mood board, and then I'm gonna make the SketchUp, hopefully also tonight. And then I'm also gonna print whatever patterns I finish so that tomorrow my assistant Marnie can come and assemble them, and then we can start cutting out the patterns for the orders. And then what else? I'm gonna make a to-do list for the next 2 days because my assistants are coming Thursday and Friday. So whenever they come, I make a to-do list for myself for when they're here, and also the things I need to prep before they come. Yeah, things that I'll do while they're here, and then things for them to do. Okay, so it's now Wednesday, and well, we ended up spending the entire day yesterday just doing that sport that I was talking about, and you know, we ate and stuff, and ended up getting home at like 10, and I was exhausted from that because we did that sport for like 4 hours or more, and so I didn't get to do all the prep that I needed to do, which is not ideal, but it's fine technically because my assistants can still do other stuff. So yeah, it's 7. Oh no, it's not Wednesday. It's Thursday. So I have one of my assistants is coming in 30 minutes, and I still have a lot of prep to do. So let's make this quick. I need to write her. I'm gonna go write her to-do list and my to-do list. Then probably my other assistants' to-do list also. but she's coming in like an hour and a half, and then I have to clean the house and everything before they get here. Just sweep, basically. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to catch up on, which is fine because I usually when things like this happen, I used to be really uptight about it, but now I'm kind of just like, I work for myself and I take care of my own schedule and everything. I don't like to be too strict on myself anymore about like schedules and stuff. For example, yesterday I worked for like 2 hours in the entire day, but it was a Wednesday, it was a weekday, and I should have been working way more than that on a weekday. But I work on weekends, so I can choose when my weekends are because I'm on my own schedule anyway. Especially when, for example, I have markets, which are always or usually on weekends. That is a work day. That is a whole, how long is that? Like 14-hour work day. So I will schedule my weekends the Monday after. That will be technically my weekend. So when things like this happen, I just like, I used to be really like crazy about it because I was like, oh God, I didn't do much. I was just hanging out with people all day and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, I'm like, you know what? I still work the same amount or more hours, actually way more hours than like a normal job, but I don't have to commute and stuff, and I work for myself and at my own pace, so I don't like to beat myself up over it anymore. I'm like, okay, so Wednesday was technically like a weekend for me, so that means that maybe Saturday will be more of a heavier work day and not a weekend type of thing. And then maybe if I do that again, actually no, because my assistants are coming, but you know what I mean. Like I could have both Saturday and Sunday be weekdays, work days, and then have like Tuesday and Wednesday be my weekends. You know what I mean? So it's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you my to-do lists and stuff. So this is my personal to-do list and like schedule thing. If I don't get to do all of this, then I'll just like migrate it to the next day. So my own to-do list is to make the assistant's to-do list. Print the top pattern of Carmilla, digitize the underskirt pattern, design the packaging for common room for the new products that I'm gonna put in common room. Somebody's being crazy here. Scratching up my chair. Got caught. We got caught. And then for my assistants, we'll see how it goes as I'm digitizing. I'm going to print them, and then my assistant can assemble the patterns. After she assembles that pattern, she's going to cut it from the fabric. My other assistant, when she gets here, we're going to start right away with resin casting, and then while waiting for that to cure, she's going to remove all the supports of the 3D prints, sand them, and paint them. Hey! Okay, so it's now Friday, and yesterday was very productive. I'm going to show you what we finished yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't film any of it because I was shy to film my assistants, but maybe today I will have the guts to film them. And I didn't film anything that I did either because I was also shy, but I don't know why. I've filmed them before, and I've filmed myself in front of them before, so I don't know why I was so shy. But anyway, I made the packaging stuff for the new things I'm going to add to my common room shelf. So I made these ring boxes. I'm going to cut them up today with the cutting machine. That's what one of my assistants will do after they finish painting and sanding some more. So this is for the rings. It's just like a box. And then these are for earrings. Kind of just like the same packaging as my stickers, since these earrings in particular are pretty flat. I just want to use as little as possible if I can, when I can. And then these are for the necklaces. They're just a bit thinner and longer. I'm going to show you my like little mood board that I did. I was going to make a SketchUp, but I didn't have time anymore and I was super tired after the assistants left. So I just did like a quick sketch of the layout that I'm thinking of, and then I put reference images around it with arrows and stuff to show, oh, this is how this will look like. I also closed my clothing pre-orders yesterday at night, and I got one last order. Technically, she bought 2 things, but it's one last order for clothing, which is good. I mean, it's still a lot that we need to make, but I'm grateful, and it's a good thing. It's just we need to make a lot of pre-orders. And I also have market again in 2 weeks, so to figure that stuff out. So here's my thing that I submitted to. Again, if I don't get in, I'm not including this in the video, okay? Or maybe I will. So I just drew this on Procreate on the isometric mode, and then I have, references like the canopies, like that, and then these shelves that I didn't have the energy to draw better, but those are supposed to look like this, like theater galleries, and the entire thing is basically like this, kind of like a theater, I didn't include the other reference, but it's the Globe Theater or the Proscenium. I also want a signage like an Art Nouveau style signage with, at the side. But I couldn't really show that here since it's just the front view. But I do want that. And then there's just like overall vibe inside. And then this is how I want clothing area to look, and the table on here, the middle table, and then gallery wall. And then it's just my current proscenium arch for my booth right now. But I'm gonna change it, just this part, because I love this, but it's just not practical, especially if this is like this. I would need something more like flat, like this, or like this. But yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I really hope I get in, but I'm like having a lot of doubts because it's just really, I don't know. I don't know if my stuff fits there. Like, I don't know if they will think that it's like not the vibe they're going for, you know what I mean? But I wanted to try anyway. At this point, whatever happens, happens. It would be great if I do get in, but if I don't, it's fine. It means I get to save some money. But also, I don't get to make money, the money that I would have made here. But maybe it's not yet my time, so I've gotten so wise. Yeah, today, I'm gonna show you what my assistants worked on yesterday, and we're gonna work on some more stuff today. So, my assistant, Marnie, who is my primarily sewing assistant. I finished 3 patterns yesterday, and it's the grasp of flesh skirt and the pieces of Carvilla corset. So she assembled those yesterday. Here they are. And then she also cut in kacha or muslin the corset because I wanted to sample it again since I adjusted a few things. So this is that. We're not gonna work on this yet today because I ordered grommet tape so that we don't have to make punch grommets. Just for the sample. And then she also cut the skirt out of the final fabric since I didn't modify anything with that pattern anyway. And then what else did we do? Oh, my other assistant, Nina, cut these chains to the size so that I can just easily assemble necklaces. And then let's go outside. Hopefully this isn't too shaky. She also spray painted some of the swords and the hearts, and she also resin cast. I asked her to make the wine and copper version of everything. Yeah, so cute. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so for today, for my stuff, I'm gonna finish digitizing the Carmilla overskirt pattern, and then digitize the sleeves pattern, and wash the Carmilla samples. I'm gonna design the sword earrings frames, because they have to be longer than the other ones I already made. I'm gonna design the compact mirror box, which is just slightly bigger than the ring box. And then, also if I have time, I'll also design the As Lovers May art print frame, and the Scoria sticker frame as well. And then, for my assistant, assemble the overskirt pattern, and I need to put here also the sleeves pattern, and cut the underskirt fabric for the rest of the pieces of the underskirt. So yeah, I swear I'm gonna film today. Okay, so it's Saturday now, and my partner and I are gonna go watch Devil Wears Prada, and after that, gonna do some work at a cafe, mostly like admin stuff. I'm wearing my the state earrings and choker. I'm not sure if I should switch out my earrings to the smaller version. Yesterday was pretty productive. Got a lot of stuff done. Yeah, I just really need to do a bunch of admin things, especially like after I don't judge my makeup application. Okay. Yeah, yesterday was very productive, but I did realize like I really need to have a day where I just sit down and make like a tracker of everything, because right now I've just been manually writing down the orders on a notebook. Oh, I need to make this many of this and blah blah, but I think I really need to sit down and make a Notion tracker of everything, all the pre-orders and what sizes they are, and since I've closed pre-orders, there won't be more coming in anyway, so I can just sit down and sort all of them. I think as of now we have about 20 plus pre-orders to make, so I'm so grateful, but also I'm like, shit, because I have PlannerCon in 2 weeks also, and yeah, I need time also to prep for that. I'm not able to prep as much as I wanted to be able to prep. It's also not really such a big deal because PlannerCon is more of a stickers, journaling thing anyway, but I do want to make a few new things. They're not crazy new and they won't take a lot of work. It's just, I just need to remind myself to do those things before then. And what else do I need to do? Mostly like the tracker thing, especially because we've started cutting the pattern out of the fabric already, so I need to keep track of the ones that have been cut and how many more we still need to cut. Okay, that was just the copy. But yeah, I made a tracker yesterday of all the common room stuff I need to prepare. Like I finally made a Notion tracker for all my common room stuff that I need to do. Again, please don't judge my makeup application skills. I'm gonna show you how I did it. I don't know why I'm still talking, honestly. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at chatting while I'm doing something. What else do I need to do? Oh, I also need to make a proper like database for where I got all the fabric and the contact numbers, so that I don't have to go to the store every time I need the fabric, especially the ones from Divisoria, because I did get their numbers because I knew that I would need to restock those fabrics, but I did not actually keep track of what exactly those fabrics are, like which stores I got which fabrics from. So I need to figure that out, and then I need to contact them so that I can actually order the rest of the fabric that we need, because I'm almost out of fabric and we've barely been able to cut much of the pieces. That's the stuff I need to do today. And I'm gonna watch Devil Wears Prada, and I'm so excited because I really miss my armpits because I haven't waxed. But I'm so excited because we're going to Rockwell, and I've been missing the sea salt latte from Because Coffee, or some people call it Harlan Holden. I don't call it Because Coffee. So yeah, I've been missing the sea salt latte. That's my favorite coffee of all time. Okay, so this is the outfit of the day, but not with the shoes yet. Let's do here because it's nicer. Sorry about the stuff. This is the outfit. This is completely thrifted. I was trying to think of where I got these from, and they're all thrifted. This is actually Vivian Tam, and I got it for like 100 pesos from the thrift store, obviously. So yeah, and then I'm wearing my own. These are the bronze stake earrings and the bronze stake choker, velvet choker in black. Yeah. Hello. Okay, so this is Egg, our 3D printer, and he recently broke. Not really, he didn't break. He's only a few months old. But I basically fucked up, and so I need to fix him because I jammed him with some filament. And I really need to get some stocks for my upcoming markets, and also some orders, and also for common room restocking. I printed a bunch before, but they're not enough for all those things. And because my partner and I share this printer, we opened it at his house, and then we just moved it here when I needed it for like the collection and stuff. So he just sent me over all the like tools and stuff. And apparently it's a pretty complicated process. It's happened before, actually, that, well, I just print a lot of shit, like, continuously, because my products are majority 3D printed now with a new collection. So I print a lot of shit. And also I printed a lot of like containers, so like organizers. So he ended up getting jammed, and I'm gonna try and fix him through a YouTube video, and I'm extremely horrified. I'm terrified. But it's gotta be done because, one, we don't want to rely on like the service center for something that we can technically do ourselves. It's just a little bit more work and, you know, tinkering. And we found a YouTube video on how to do it anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do it. I'm really nervous about destroying it, but I feel like it'll be fine. I watched the video and I think I can do it. So yeah, you're gonna time lapse for moral support. I'm gonna record. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the issue real quick actually. I think it's because I had been printing with this really cheap filament for my organizers and stuff. That's why the print is pretty bad. Or also I don't really know good settings yet for like different types of filament. But when I moved to this filament, which is a bamboo original filament that I use for the things that I sell, it ended up getting jammed on like the first print. And I don't think it's this filament's fault. I think it's just the previous filament not secreting enough. Or I put this one in. I don't know. It's a horrible word, but yeah, it's like jammed in there and it won't print properly. So yeah, it's like stuck. So I have to open this entire part up to get the jammed filament out. I think I did it. Okay, here, you can see here, the melted part. That's like been stuck in there. Oh my god! Oh gosh, the thing is still here. And then I'm just gonna, well, I don't know why you're probably not interested in this, but maybe I should just, oh my gosh! There it is. The culprit. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god, I did it! Okay, so now I have to put all this back together. Okay, she's all set up again, and we're gonna try printing something now. Okay, I really need to buy like either SSD or I don't know what else, because my laptop has been so slow lately. No! Okay. 20 minutes. Let's see. Oh, please. Okay, I think it's okay now. There, it's making some poo now, so that means that the nozzle is working again, but we're gonna see this more. Everything is really good. I think it worked. Okay, so she's gonna start printing now. Okay, there she is. There she goes. Sorry, okay. Anyway, here she is. She's all done. She looks good again, finally. I'm so relieved. Okay, so right now, oh, you saw my dingy shirt. Right now, I'm gonna do some planning for the week because it's Sunday right now. So I'm gonna plan for next week a little bit. So I'm just gonna show you. Maybe I can make like a detailed video. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my hair dyeing shirt. That's why it's like disgusting like that. Please ignore it. I'm going to show you sort of how I plan a week because next week is going to be pretty busy. But also I have both business and like personal life things. Sometimes if I need to, I will also plan for the next week. And I think I'm going to do that right now as well because the week after this week is my first event in a while. So I also need to plan that week. I'm doing PlannerCon on May 16th. I'm going to be in day 1 of that. So I already started because I needed to, but I'll also make my assistants to-do lists for this week. They're only coming on Monday and Tuesday this week. You can see here, I'm just gonna blur out whatever I don't want. So this is how I plan a week. I recently started this method Actually, I'm going to show you a detailed version, maybe, if you're interested. But this is my week next week. Hopefully, I'll also vlog next week. So, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, I just wrote here, I'm going to work with my assistants. And then this is our, like, general to-do list for that day. And then I'm going to write also the general goals for Tuesday, and then I'm gonna do that sport again with my brother and my niece. And I also have here a deadline for booth payment, so I have to pay for StickerCon Kurilayaan next Wednesday because that's the due date. Or if I remember to do it earlier, then I will. And then on Thursday, I have my restock at Common Rooms Pasio. So that's what we're gonna be focusing on, my assistants and I. I think we're about halfway through, so I did a design. And then on Friday, I'm gonna play sport again with my partner that I don't want to show you because I'm kind of embarrassed about it. Not that there are any sports to be embarrassed about. It's good to do sports at all, but it's not. It's not aligned with the branding. It's not aligned with the branding. So stupid. Yeah, I'm joking, obviously. But as I said before, I want some of my hobbies to be for myself only. But yeah, I have my friend is having her org or company is having their official launch on Friday, launch event. So I'm gonna go to that as well. It's at night, so in the morning, my partner and I are gonna do that sport. And then so far, I don't really have plans for Saturday and Sunday, but I'm probably gonna just work some more on some stuff. So I have my weekly spread here, and then this is how I plan generally where I'm gonna place the to-dos that I put in this planner. So I'll make like a whole page of to-dos that I need to finish on this week. And then from this list, I transfer it. I plan out what days exactly I'm going to do that. But first I plug in the actual events that I need to be in or plans that are like non-negotiable. Since I work for myself, I can sort of choose when I'm going to work and then plan accordingly depending on if there are weekdays, which days I have like other plans. You know what I mean? So there's that. And then after this, during the day, the actual day of, I have this planner, which is a daily planner. I love this new setup because I just have my, I can sort of roughly put my timeline for the day. It's not super like religious. I'm not super, it's not set in stone, you know, it's just so that I can see how much time realistically things would take and things like that. And if I'm leaving later, how much time do I have to work before I need to get ready for the thing I'm going to, and things like that. So it's really convenient. But I don't like to, I used to do that. I haven't even told you what it is. I would time block each hour, like this time I am setting up this thing from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and then 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. I am sculpting this specific. I used to do that and it burnt me the fuck out. So I don't do that anymore. Now it's just like a chunk that says work. And then whatever I do at that time is whatever I do in that time. And I have my to-do list here anyway. So I don't need to assign an hour. Whatever I feel like doing in the moment from this list is what I'm gonna do. If I don't get to do them, it's no big deal. I'll just put an arrow if I wasn't able to do it. I'll put like a little arrow instead of an X, which means I have migrated it to the next day. That's how I plan. So I'm gonna do that right now. Shut up. Sorry, I said that wrong. I'm not telling you to shut up. I'm telling you to shut up so I can go and do it now. Okay. Okay, so I just talked about this on time-lapse accidentally, so everything I said is just in the ether now. It doesn't exist. So yeah, this is the thing that you just saw me do. It's a content calendar. Usually if I'm working on a collection at the same time, then I will make the content calendar in the same, this is my As Letters Made calendar. I will make the content calendar in the same like page where I make the production calendar. So it's in line because I'm making the objects for the content as I'm making the content. So yeah, they need to be figured out and aligned. So that's why. But I also did that with Reveneer, even though Reveneer is technically not done. Anyway, but when I'm not working on a collection currently, I will just put it in my general like content plan board. And here are just like ideas for content and stuff. And as for my calendar itself, in May, to plan my content, I mean, I'm still working on actually following these calendars, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just nice to have something to refer to when I know that I need to post something and I can't think of anything to post. So I can just look at this every week at the beginning of the week and see which one of these I'm actually prepared to make and have content of and be able to edit and post on the days. And then I will shift it around if, things fall off, and which they inevitably do, which is why I like to do this here because it's really flexible. I can just move it around and everything. But for example, here, I know that I am doing my ingress and common room on Thursday. So I will be filming my prep for that. And then on the day that I do the ingress, I'm going to post the prep reel. And then the day after, I'm going to post just photos of my shelf itself. And then after that, I'm going to post a reel of me doing the actual restock. And then for my YouTube vlogs, I'm just about to start again, right? So this is the video you're watching right now, this one.
So my goal is to have it up by May 10, and it's currently May 3. But this studio vlog is of the week before, so that was this week. So yeah, ideally I would like to post on YouTube every week, but realistically, I know myself. I know all the shit that I need to do in a given week, and it's just not possible for me. So it's gonna be kind of outdated, but I doubt people will really notice, except when it's an event video. If this is Pocket Wonders, StickerCon Pocket Wonders, ideally I'll be posting my vlog of it right after when people are like looking for content about that. But realistically, am I at that point where I can edit that fast and just dedicate like this entire Monday to editing and then have it up that same day? No. So, I'm gonna rethink this. This is June, so it's whatever, because I think that this is way too far. This is like almost a month after, and then like my Comic Cat Pride vlog will also be like a month after, or like 3 weeks after at this point, if I go at this rate. So I'm gonna rethink that. I'm gonna assess how much I can actually do, and maybe also remove some vlogs. Like maybe I won't do one of these anymore. Something like that. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I want to prioritize YouTube in general, because I really enjoy watching YouTube. And I think I would really enjoy, I mean, I've made videos before, but yeah, I need to rethink that, because I know that I like editing vlogs, but I like filming vlogs, but I don't like editing them. So after I edit this vlog that you're watching, I'm gonna see if I changed my mind, and if I didn't, then I'm gonna think of something else to post instead on YouTube. But my goal is to have a YouTube video every other week. I basically just color coded it, so styling reels, which is just me styling my own pieces. This calendar is mainly an Instagram calendar, because that's my main platform right now. If it's like product photos, it's this like peachy pink shade. If it's a packing reel, then it's pink, light pink. If it's like an announcement, it's yellow. If it's a styling reel, it's this mauve. Something about me either using the thing or just showing it off, then it will be like this brownish color. So yeah, that's my content plan as of now, and it will inevitably shift around as the weeks go by. And yeah, but I just like to have a rough outline, and then I will transfer that to my weekly. I don't have to always be looking at this. I can just look at my my plan for the week to refer to what content I need to be preparing for that week. So yeah. God, okay, I'm actually gonna die right now. I don't know what happened. Like you saw earlier that I was able to print one sword already, and it was perfect. But I don't know, for some reason these didn't print all the way. I don't know why. I don't know. But it didn't even notify me that there was an error. My God, it's such a waste. It's such a waste. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there's like a jam again or something. Because it didn't even tell me that there was an error or anything. Yeah, this is gonna go to waste, I guess. It's just so frustrating. Everything is a learning curve, I guess. I'm gonna try to, this is why I don't batch print shit. Like, this took 4 hours of printing, and I didn't even get anything out of it. This is why I print maybe 5 at once max of the same thing. This shit like this happens, and it just wastes more time. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been able to print a lot at once. I don't know if maybe it's my settings or something, but yeah, it's just so frustrating. I'm gonna try again. God, I'm trying so hard not to crash out right now. I don't know what it is with this silver, because it's expensive and it's original bamboo filament, so I don't understand why it's having so many issues. I don't know if I'm not putting it at the right temperature, but if you're using bamboo original filament, it should automatically put the temperature. Like, it has like a barcode or something that the AMS is able to scan, so that, sorry, I just showered, so I'm writing this thing, so that it doesn't, so that it knows exactly what type of filament you just put in. But I don't know. I have to look over it again, because it keeps fucking up with this filament for some reason. It's okay. I still love you. Yay! Okay, they ended up good. They actually printed properly this time. Thank fucking God.